Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 41 of Chrislety Knits. So I just want to explain to you guys about what happened in the last episode. You might be scratching your heads, be like, I watched last episode, and now it's saying I didn't watch it. So basically what happened was I use a Samsung tablet when I record. And when I recorded it, the Samsung tablet will turn off after 30 minutes of recording. So then it will just automatically start recording again. So you can put it together and it's pretty seamless to put together. But my program that I usually use for editing was not showing the video for some odd reason. I don't know why. So I had to use the Samsung programming. It did not work well. I don't know what happened. Again, I'm not good with tech, but it's easy just to paste the two things together. When you have to actually write stuff, I don't get that. Someone's got to teach me one day. So when I did it, the ending was all wonky with the sound. So my friend Katie told me after 4 days it was on there, she watched it and she's like, listen, it's all wonky. So it's like, bloody hell. So I went and I deleted it, which killed me to do because that was my best viewed video ever. It doesn't seem like a lot to any of you compared to the other podcasts, but I had 200 views in 4 days. I usually have 200 views for the whole span of an episode. So that is astronomical for me that I got that in 4 days. So thank you so much for viewing. Thank you for liking. If you could go back and like that video, if you watched it for the first 4 days, I'd appreciate it. And please, please, please like and subscribe to this video so I can get out there into the YouTube algorithm, because apparently once they you don't have too many views, they don't put you out there. So for some reason they put that video out there and it did really well. And I really wanted to just see if this would work. So, I don't know. So please like and subscribe. And you can follow me on Instagram and Ravelry at Chrislety Knits. You can also follow me if you like cozy mysteries, and my friend Amanda of Itty Bitty Delights at the Crafty Cozy Mystery Chat. We're on Instagram. So that's it said for the administration. Thank you again for viewing. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you if you're a new viewer. Thank you for liking and subscribing. It means so much to me that people are watching this. You have no idea how happy I was. And I had to delete it. My friends are like, why did you do that? I was like, I hate bringing something that's not complete to people. It just drives me crazy. I'm Monica from Friends. I'm very anal. I can't do that. So if I can control something, I try as much as I can. Anyways. So I am wearing my Hohi Locatoli, what is it called? Lace and Fade Boxy in the Desert Rose from Moonstone Dye Works. I love, love, love this sweater. I did not think I was going to like it. I thought it was just going to be one of those things that I was going to make it because I wanted the colors in this. Look at it. Look how gorgeous. I'm going to fall. Look how gorgeous the colors are. Sorry, it's a little wrinkled. But I love these colors together. I fell in love with the kit. She had originally, it was like I think she called Cotton Breeze, was more of a white. So I used Burnt Hollow instead. I asked if I could get the mohair and the one color in that. And she let me do that, thank God. Thank you again. And her yarn is beautiful. It's in the down bar. Go check it out. She has all these beautiful sock kits and everything. I love it. Moonglow Dye Works. Am I saying it right? I'm in space mood today. It's insane. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. Yes, Moonglow Yarn. I was right. Okay. So go check her out. It was a really simple knit. Basically, I did the second size. I'm actually the fourth size, but I was afraid of it being too large. It was still pretty big on me in the fourth size. I mean, the second size. So, but then I did the length in the fourth size. So it was longer on me because I just felt like I don't like short things. So it's the perfect length. And I also lengthened the sleeves. So it goes to there. I think the actual sleeve was supposed to go to there, but I made it go all the way to my wrist. And I love everything about this. Today's my birthday, so I wanted to wear something really pretty. So this was definitely my go-to sweater. And I'm so excited. I kind of want to make one in purple. I don't know if I have the patience for the mohair part. But that was the tricky thing. Not the lace. It was doing lace with the mohair in this length of a thing. That was heart stomping, pounding. I did drop a stitch at one point on, and I had to rip out the whole section. I just threw the mohair away because it was so messed up. But it was funny because like when I did it because you knit this front half and you knit the back half and then you connect it. When I connected, I was like, oh my God, there's like, I don't know how many stitches. I think it was over 400 stitches. I'm like, oh God, if I make a mistake, I was fine. It was when I was only doing like the 200 stitches that I made the mistake. Go figure. But I was like really careful after that. I was like, I'm not having to throw out mohair again. I want to make sure I have enough left. I did have a lot left. But everything about this knit, I highly recommend. It's just lovely. And again, go down a couple sizes if you want more fitted because I am so happy about that. So that is that. And I have an FO for you. A big FO. I finished my Habitation Throw. I am so happy about this. Look at this. It's massive. Look at that. So I made this out of Clark & L's Year of Minis. So we started at winter. Then this is the spring. Then this is the summer. And this is the fall. This is the part you didn't see yet. So I ran out of mohair right around here, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was this one. I ran out of mohair. I only had this much left. It killed me. And of course, I didn't have any of the Knit Picks White Aloft in. So it took forever for them to get in. And when it came in, of course, I didn't have money for it. Because when I do a Knit Picks order, I order a lot so I can get free shipping. And also, it just makes it worthwhile to order one skein of yarn. Because it was literally one skein for $5. And then I think shipping is like $6 or $7. So it cost more than the stupid skein I paid for. So I waited till I could afford it and buy some extra yarn. And I am so glad I did. The drape in this is amazing. I've never made a fingerling weight blanket before. I've always used worsted weight acrylic. So this is the first time I've ever done it. Hand-dyed yarn. I guess it would be DK because I got the mohair. I held it with the minis. And it was all merino wool minis. And with a little stellina in there. Oh, and the pattern is Curious Handmade, her Habitation Throw. I forgot to say that too. But the drape on this, it's amazing. I just put it on and it just like falls so lovely. It's just beautiful. And it's just the right thickness that it's not overly heavy, but it keeps you warm because of the mohair. And I was a little nervous about being itchy. If I put it up like this, it bothers me a little bit. I think I like mohair a little bit at a time. Like this is good. I think if I made a love note with the mohair, I'd go out of my mind. So I'm definitely going to want to make that with the story silk. I think I'm going to hold a double when I finally make it. But like this little bit, it's good. This one's on the legs, doesn't bother me one bit. But it was such an easy knit to do. I enjoyed it every second. I did it a little differently than the pattern. She wants you to use up the whole mini. Miss Anal, wanted to do it more cohesive. So I did the first section. I did 3 sections of yarn over. Then I did 6 colors with 2 sections of the yarn overs. And then I did each color 1 yarn over. And I think, I don't know what in my project notes I think I did like 3 garter bumps, then did the yarn over, then another 2. That's how I change the colors all the time. So I did it like that. I only used 50 minis. I took out 2 minis because I didn't like them because they were very yellow and green. But funny thing is, my son loves neon and he's trying to steal this. So Justin always steals my blankets. This one he's got his eye on. I don't want to give it to him because it's got white in it and it's going to get dirty really fast. So I'm going to make him one minus the yarn overs because they were a nightmare to do, especially when you're doing like, I think it was about like 300 or something like that. I just kept going with it because I said I had to use up 50 minis each side. Not 50, 25 minis each side. So it got a little cuckoo, you know. So I'm just going to do just plain garter stitch, but I'm going to use the same method on how she made this. I think the mohair is getting to me, sorry. Okay, that's better. Oh, and this is a present for my friend Katie, did bags. She made me this little cozy and she gave me the little mug. It's so pretty. I love it. And I have more to show you guys. for my knit group that we traded for Christmas, Halloween, Christmas. So it's all over there. And I'm using Plum Deluxe, the Oregon Breakfast. I highly recommend it. It's my go-to black tea. I drink it every day. And they even have it in decaf, which is great. That's the one I usually get because of various health things. Decaf's best when I can get black tea. It's a little too strong for me. So I got that one. Now, Helen Stewart came out with another one called the Anthology Throw. This thing, it's going to be a big circular blanket, or you can use it as a throw. I mean, blanket or as a shawl, you can use it. And I am using the Yarn Cafe Princess Collection Advent Calendar I got. This is the second year she's done it. And here are what I got so far. I am a day behind, unfortunately. So I'm on day 14 right now. It's going to be this yellow. Everything's all tangled up. And then today's color, day 15, was this one. What is really cool about when you're knitting this, you can use it as a pocket in here and knit away. I am using a US 5 3.75 millimeter to knit this. She used a 6 in it. When I was doing it in the 6, it looked a little stretched, the stitches, and I am notorious for over blocking. So I was like, it's not gonna be my cup of tea by using it. So it might be smaller than what she did. I'm fine with that. Honestly, I might not even block it. I don't know. It's got a nice heft to it right now. Again, it's going to be ginormous. So, and then these little progress keepers I've been getting in my Sweet Sparrow Yarns Advent Calendar. And then I got these cute little needle holders, I guess you'd call them, point guards, from the Yarnable box from this month, which I'm going to show you that in a little while, but aren't they cute? I had to put them on here. I love them so much. Oh my gosh. My sons keep stealing it on me. I have to find more of these so I could give them to play with, so they leave the ones that I'm using alone. But I am enjoying this so much. A lot of people are complained about the middle. When you first start, it's a little hard. You use a crochet hook. I was fine with it. Use the video that she tells you to watch. It helps so much. It was a little finicky the first time I did it. The second time I was fine that time. And there is a mistake in the pattern. So she tells you when to change color. But then in the beginning, she says change color whenever you want. So I guess not that big a deal, but Miss Anal over here. So I think it was on day 6, I think it was. Basically, whatever day after you went to the 500 something stitches, she made you knit that color, which is this purple one. I love that purple one. For like 15 rows, I think, because the rest of them were 15 rows. She was supposed to go down to 7 with that. So you run out of yarn. Crazy me. I took out that row. And then the whole color. And I added an extra row of this because I had a lot left over of that one. That's another reason why I got nervous that it's going to be too small, because I've had yarn left over. And she's saying she used up all 20 grams of the minis. I did not for a lot of them. So I did that. Then I added this in. And then the next color, I added more rows to even it out. I did not look ahead. The color that we should have to even it out with was 2 days after that mistake. So just don't rip out. Knit till you run out of yarn with that one, or knit till you want to. I think it's like 8 rows for each color. So knit 8 rows of that, then go to the next one. The next one after that was only 5 rows. So I think the 3 rows that you pick up with that one will work with this one. So that's how you could fix it. I did not look ahead. So I went finagling, and that kills it, 'cause I really like this color. I wish it was in here more, but I was trying to figure out, could I fix it? And I'm like, I'm not going to go crazy over this. So I just left it. So again, day 6, stop at 8 rows, then go on, because 2 days after it will work. Trust me on that. So I know that for next time. I added that into my notes and everything on my Knit Companion. So I know I kind of want to make this again in purples and pinks only, maybe a little grays. I love it. It's such a fun, easy knit. there's nothing to it. It's so simple. It looks complicated, but it's not. And it should not be giving me this much joy because it's that simple. But right now, with my brain the way it is, so much joy I'm getting from knitting this. The only reason why I'm behind a day is because I've been knitting a lot of gifts, which you will see in a couple minutes. But highly, highly recommend the Anthology Throw. It's amazing. Anything from Helen Stewart is amazing. The woman is a designing genius. She's right up there with Stephen West for me. I love her. Okay, so here is my box of FOs. I went a little cuckoo because I have a lot of gifts to do. I went from not having to knit anything from anyone to knitting constantly. So I have to make 6 dish towels for teacher presents. I have to make another 6 for my husband's work. And my sons lost all their hats. I don't know. Justin's in the house. If you hear screaming, he's a very, very loud child. I have him in a bedroom and I can still hear him. So hopefully you guys can't hear YouTube. He's like crazy. But so if you're hearing yelling or craziness, that's him. And he's over, he's being good. He's staying in there. I hope the whole podcast he stays over there. Fingers crossed. But I want to start videotaping every 2 weeks. That's the goal. So it's not as much thrown at you. All right. So these are the ones for Nicky and Justin. And I've got one more I got to make. So these I've been knitting them. I've been keeping them in this bag. It is from Party of 5 Crafts. I've had this for years. I love gingerbread houses. Oh, I don't have my gingerbread ears. I got my Mickey Mouse ears. And they are from Wild Honey Clay. Next episode, I'll wear my gingerbread earrings. I love them. They're so cute. And look, Mickey Mouse with little flowers. And I saw she had a stitch one earlier in the year. I didn't start following her until now. And it's stitched with flowers. I have to get that eventually. But okay, so this is what I've been keeping all my hats in right now. I got like a crazy, crazy psychotic thing of hats. I think I'm just going to show everything at once. So it's a little chaotic. I said everything is like mixed together between advents, presents. It's just a big mishmash to this episode. So it's called the Sesame Street Lion Brand One Hot Hat Wonders. So I bought 4 of them because my kids, we can't go to Disney because of, I take care of my mother. Sesame Street is only like an hour and a half away, so that's doable. I can't go overnight because I have to take care of her. So we go to Sesame Street all the time. And Sesame Place, I think it's called. And they're obsessed with Sesame Street. It's funny because Nicky never watched it, but he loves going there and he loves buying stuff from there. My kid loves buying. He's taken after me way too much. He's even into like, I think he's a disgruntled designer. Because I'm interior direct decorator. That's what it is. Because he's driving me crazy with the Christmas. He keeps touching and moving everything. And it's driving me crazy. I feel very claustrophobic. And I can't, if I touch anything, oh my God. But he's every minute moving stuff. It's crazy. So he loves buying stuff and then decorating his room with the stuff. It's crazy over there. So I bought 4 of these. So I got Oscar the Grouch. I am yet to knit. And it comes basically with a little skinny yarn. And then a little pom-pom. These pom-poms are a little annoying because they don't sit on the hat right. And in fact, I have to call the company or maybe Amazon, that's where I got these, because the count one, there was a knot up here and it does not sit right on that hat. It's horrible. And I already knit the hat. I don't want to return the yarn because I knit it. So I got to see if they can send me a new one or send me a pom-pom or something. I don't know. But that's what the pom-poms look, and you have to tie it. See, they got a little knot down here. This one had a knot up there too. I don't know why. So I cut the knot, put it through, tie it tight, then I sew it in. And I don't cut this end because they will come loose, believe it or not. It's because it's elastic. It's not made very well. But I'm making them large so they fit them forever because I don't want to have to buy these again. So I got Cookie Monster, Elmo. He came loose already and I fixed him and it seems like he's coming loose again. And this is the count. You can see the difference, but look at that. Because the knot's in there. And I even tried sewing it up. It's a big mess. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do about that. I like the Count colors though. And we got to meet the Count last time we went to Sesame Place. That was really cool because that's our favorites. Justin likes Elmo and Cookie Monster. Nicky likes Cookie Monster and the Count. So we got to meet Elmo and the Count. Hopefully this time we get to meet Cookie Monster. They'll be happy. I know when they were really little, like Justin was a baby, we got to meet Cookie Monster. So that was cool. So I still knit the Oscar one. Then I am knitting for presents. That's why I bought stuff for Knit Picks. I had to buy presents. That's how I got the loft. So my eldest son has these 2 twins that he's really good friends with. And then Amelia, who is my neighbor's granddaughter, who is like a 3rd kid to me. I take care of her all the time. When she goes to visit the grandmother, she jumps out of the car. So I'm going to Nicky's house and she's over here until like 8 o'clock at night. I'm not kidding you. She like lives here when she's at the grandmother's house. So I'm making the 3 of them hats. I made this one a little small because the kids went to bed and I didn't get to try it on them. This one fits Justin. And I'm calling this Justin's Cable Hat. I am going to knit this hat, I don't know how many times. I've got Matthew, Thomas, Nicky, Justin. I have to make it for me. Possibly Hermione, which is the twins' father. I want to make him a hat too. So I'm just going to knit this like crazy. So it's pretty cable and textured pattern I made. And I'm going to be giving this to Signature. They will be having a kit out with this really pretty teal yarn. I haven't knit mine yet, but I have this one. I used Mighty Stitch worsted weight. This is the kid size, but I'm going to do 3 repeats instead of 2 repeats to make it more slouchy because this is like really fitted on Justin. And he does have a big head for a 4-year-old. He's almost 5. But I don't think it's going to fit Thomas like he said because Thomas's favorite color was orange. That's why I did it in this color. And it's the orange color. And then Matthew's favorite color is blue. So I got the Celestial colorway. I'm knitting that now. So again, I'm going to do 3 repeats to get this the right size for his head. And I'm just going to do all of them that for that kid size. I think the adult size could probably be the same thing, 3 repeats. I don't know about adult large. That's no worries. I'm going to knit for my husband too because he has a very big head to see how it fits him. And we will find out what size to do. So that's those. My next hat, I'm calling this Nickys Fade Hat. This cute thing. I think this is My Stitch in Celestial, Lagoon, Azure, I think it was. And then I'm going to have a 2 faded option. I'm going to do that for my husband in black and green. He says he loves the dark green with the black. So I'm going to do that for him. And then this one is the Quick Ombre Hat by, sorry, my tablet, because I'm doing mostly stuff I know off the top of my head. It decides to turn off. And I didn't write who it was by. I'm doing good with the show notes, people. It'll take me 1 minute. By Emmeline Demir. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I have linked down in the down bar. It is an amazing knit. I've knit it a while ago when I was knitting colorwork a lot tighter. Now it came out really well. I used the size 8 needle, like they said, and I used a size 6 for the brim because my ribbing is always large, and I feel like it doesn't fit me ever. So I used a size 6. It actually fits me. I have a very small head, so I fit a child size. So this is what it looks like. The wisteria color, and then the blush color is the pink. So I love this. I'm going to be knitting this for me eventually in the navy, and I think it's called Fairy Tales, like kind of like a fuchsia color. I've had the yarn forever. I said I'm going to knit it, and I never did. But now I knit this so fast. I've been knitting these hats in like a day. I knit hats beyond crazy. I don't know why I don't knit more. Well, obviously I'm going to be knitting a lot. But this is such a great pattern. I loved it. I think I knit the last one years ago. It was in green and gray, dark gray. And then my Nicky, my oldest son, stole it on me. And then he lost it. So I never got my green and gray. I should make it in green and gray again because I have a teal coat. So it makes sense to make it that color. I have to make, and I have this other yarn I want to make a green hat with. It's kind of like an ombre, this really weird type of yarn from Knit Picks. It's like 1 ply, but it's very, very thick. I forgot what it's called. You'll probably see it in the next couple episodes. I think I'm going to do it because it would look really nice on my jacket. So that's that one. I just love this pattern so much. Look how pretty it is. Oh my God, this was like a genius pattern. It's so beyond simple and just so fast. Love that. All right, next, I'm just going to show you the dish towels I have made. So I made this in Flower Girl, and then I had left over, I think it's jalapeno was up there. I don't know, it's the green. So I ran out and I got that. I must have made others in this colorway. I don't know. I wanted to make a Christmassy one. So I did that. I use a size 6 needle in 20-inch length. It's a fixed circular from Knitter's Pride. I think it's the Zinc collection I use. I use that all the time. I have it all the time with my yarn. I carry it in my pocketbook, and when I'm waiting for Nikki from get out of school, I just knit them. And they take like 2 hours to make. And then I do something a little different. I think it's called Grandma's Favorite Dishcloth or Almost Favorite Dishcloth. Again, in the down bar. But I add this little crocheted thing. So basically when you're done binding off the stitches, crochet a chain of 4 chains, connect it, and then just do single crochet as many as you can in there. And then you get this cute little ring. And I have a hook in my kitchen and I hang them up. And what I usually do is I make soap, and I give the teachers for Christmas a soap and a hand towel. Especially with COVID, it comes in very handy. And then out of the pomegranate colorway, that was also for this one, I knit from Kitchen Sink Shops, which is the way, it goes this way, the Marmite one. It's for the Year of Dishcloths 2022, the December colorway. December pattern. It's so cute. I love it. I have a stack of the Year of Dishcloths from her. I don't want to use because they're so pretty. So I usually make second ones and then I'll use those. But it's like just nice seeing them stacked up. I never make the whole year though. I usually go gangbusters the first 4 or 5 months. Then stop in the middle of the spring to the summer. And then in the fall I pick it up again. Do like 1 or 2 of them. So that happened again this year. Happened last year. I don't know why I do that. It's crazy. I'm really thirsty. Sorry. Okay, that mohair, I'm telling you. Oh. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? That's it for my FOs. But since I'm in here, I have my little, this thing I bought to put all my FOs in so I know where everything is together. And anything, if I purchase anything, I put it in here basically. Got it below $5. It's great. So I got the Yarnable. It's from Hypnotic Yarn. This is the pretty colorway. It's called Winter Mint. Plush sock. 85 superwash merino. 15 nylon. 437 yards. Isn't that the most gorgeous color? Her yarn is so plump. It doesn't feel like sock yarn. It's beautiful. When I designed something for the November box, I did the Charcuterie Anyone socks. I loved it. In fact, I bought a whole sweater quantity of that colorway. I think it was S'more More, Worry Less. It was a beautiful colorway. If you can get that, try. This one's a beautiful one too. She usually, when she has leftovers, she'll sell it in the shop. And then it came up with this mint pucker up. It's like a scrub for your lips. And then it came with these as well. And I think that was it that came with it, right? This the one? Yeah, I didn't do this. Oh, gift tags. Wait 1 minute. The gift tags were so adorable. I put them on my Christmas tree. They were just adorable. All right. Oh, hi. Sorry about that. Look how cute. Oh my God. I couldn't put these on, like throw these away or put these on like gift tags. They're just so pretty. I put them on the tree. And they're just happy. Again, gingerbread house. I'm obsessed. So that is it for this. And yes, I got that. Okay. Now, what should I do now? Again, I said this is so crazy. Well, oh, you know what? I was talking about teacher's gifts. No, actually, let me finish up the yarn. Then I go to that because that's a different crafting. So I've added to my DenBlanket This is from Lion Brand's Cover Story. Look how big the skein is. It's crazy, right? See, one skein of this can make a blanket. I might need two because I didn't do what the directions said. When do I ever do what directions say? But I love big blankets. So I made this a lot bigger. And it says to use a US 11. I'm using a US 13. Let's see, how 1 millimeter? No. All right. But this is a US 13 I'm using. It makes a nicer drape than the 11. I was doing that in the pink one I had. And I'm going to pull it out because it's just so tight. And I'm just doing plain stockinette. And at the end, I slip one stitch. No, at the beginning of each row, I slip a stitch. That's all I'm doing. That's how I do for the border. I just want to do this one big, you know those loop yarns? They make those beautiful blankets. That's what I wanted to do. So last time you saw it was here. I knit this much. I'm really hoping to concentrate on this and get it off the needle soon because I would love to use it this winter. Okay. And I got two more things. Just got to find it. Where are you? You're hiding? You're hiding. Yes, you're hiding. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Okay. So this is a Molly Klein design bag I've had forever. And this is a very funny story. So I kept losing this yarn, or I would lose the pattern every year. I've had this since I first started knitting this thing. It's called the Holly and Ivy Tam by Kristen Husky. And I used a smaller needle, of course, for the brim. It's a 2.53 millimeter, US 2.53 millimeter. And the main hat is a US 3.25 millimeter. The yarn is Valley Yarns Northampton Sport, dark green heather, light green heather, and Merlot heather. This just screams Christmas. Every year I said, I'm going to make this for Christmas, and every year I either lost the yarn or the pattern. This year, I found the yarn, did not find the pattern. I was so determined to do this because I learned how to do color work so it's easier for me. And I was like, I'm going to do it this year. I'm going to have it done. So I knit everything until you got to the decreases. And when I started doing the decreases, it started getting on my nerves. Because doing it magic loop was just not working for me. So I actually had to go out and buy a 12-inch size 3 needle. So I'm going to finish this hopefully soon. But look how pretty this color work is. Doesn't that scream Christmas? Look at that. I would love to have this done by Christmas. I was gung-ho until I had to change the needle. And now I've got, so I just got to sit there and be like, I'm doing it. It's happening. It's so pretty. And then this is from Simply Serving. A little nutcracker. So hopefully I will have this done by the next episode. I will wear it for Christmas. Either I will wear it for next Christmas. But it was funny with the pattern. I lost it. On Ravelry says the pattern is not available. So then I go looking on the website. I said, I bought this kit from you for a long time ago. I think it was Webs. And they wouldn't give me the pattern. And then they finally said, oh yeah, you can buy the pattern. Why did you say that in the first place? I would have just bought it. It's only $6. Like, so they probably thought I was being Miss Cheapo when it was just, Ravelry said you couldn't buy the pattern. You have to go on the website to buy the pattern. So again, it is called Holly and Ivy Tam. Link in the down bar. Go on the website to get it. It's a lot of fun. All right. My last whip is my Like a Cloud. I finished the body. I'm so happy. I want to finish it. I got to have more time to knit, people. This will probably be done in the new year because once I'm done with all these hats and dishcloths, I'm going to concentrate on this. So I have finished the whole body. And do I have area where I was? No. I think I was like up to here on the last time you saw me. So I did that and I started one of the sleeves. And I did something stupid. I didn't go down a needle. No, when I picked up these needles, I have 2 different sizes. I accidentally did the smaller size. So I was really mad at myself that I did that. And I had to reknit it. So I would have been a lot far. I think I would have been like that far on the sleeve. I'm only like up to here. That's where I picked up right here. So, but it looks so pretty. I can't wait to wear this. It is knit in a US 4 3.4 millimeter, 3.5 millimeter. And I am using Twill Fingerling Rosewater Heather. And what is it made out of? Can you tell me what it's made out of? It doesn't say. Probably says, but I'm just not seeing it. Oh, Superwash Merino, 100%. So I can't wait for this to be done. And it's my Hohi Locatelli bag. So that is it for my main knitting. I am going to talk about advent calendars now. I have 4 of them. One is Plum Deluxe, which is the tea I get all the time. I have, oh, here's. So today's was Full Body Reset Green Tea. And they come in these little envelopes. And last year I purchased these little clotheslines that had reindeers on it. And I have them strung out in my dining room. And every day we take one down. The kids fight over what they're going to open. As I said, the Anthology Throw is my Yarn Cafe Creations thing. I'm going to see if I could find... This is what I'm putting them in. I need to move into another thing. This is like craziness. But like these names, it's so cute. Let Your Power Shine. Daddy, They Are Barbarians. That's from Little Mermaid. Pleasant Dreams. I'm going to say that's from Sleeping Beauty. Don't Be Such a Guppy. Again, Little Mermaid. I suppose a princess just does what she's told. And We Talk Too. So it's a lot of cute little sayings in there. I'm actually going to keep these. They have a little hole. I might just put it on a, what do you call it? Light bulb progress keeper and just hold them together. And what I've been doing with the Moon Glow Dye Works yarn advent calendar, because I started knitting I get this last year, and she made a really pretty sweater mixing one solid color with the minis, and I'm kind of tempted to do that as well. But so I'm writing the number on here, and I'm using the light bulb light bulb pin on here, and I'm putting them all together. I'm going to hold it for when I'm ready to do this. Then I got I always say this wrong. Her yarn is amazing though. It's Dogwood and Dandelion yarns. It's gorgeous. Look at this. It's a rose one, all rose colors. And this one is called Hellborn. This one came in today. Oh my God. I would like a sweater in this. I never buy her yarn because shipping is so much money coming to the States. So I just get the advent calendar. It's the 2nd year I've gotten hers. It's gorgeous. I designed the Sugar Plum Fairy shawl with that yarn. I love it. I need to start buying some of her yarn. She has the most beautiful pastels. Her and Julie of Sweet Sparrow Yarn. That's my other one. I get this every year. This is the 4th or 5th year I've gotten it. I think I've only missed 1 year. And I wasn't knitting when she first started. But I get this. It's a 10 gram mini. These are all 20 gram minis. And she has all these cute little extras in there. This year came with this cute little pouch that she designed the picture on. And same thing with the little pad. And every day comes with something. So you could get like a candy. Like today came with like a little peppermint. Those stitch progress keepers over there. She came with scissors one day. It's just a really, really nice advent calendar. A lot of thought goes into hers. Highly recommend all these advent calendars. I love them so much. And I think that's it, right? Did 4? 1, 2, 3. Yes. Okay, so that's the advent calendars. Hopefully next year I'll just get like 2 Sweet Sparrow yarns always, and then one other one to design with. I went a little crazy the last 2 years, but I said I really wanted to make the sweater with the Moon Glow yarn, maybe one day or something with that. And princesses, I couldn't resist. Again, if she does the princess again next year, I probably would do it again because it's princesses. I can't say no. I'm obsessed with Disney princesses. It's all I care about is them. You know, growing up, that's why in fact, it kills me the boys don't like them. Well, obviously the boys, but it's just like, oh, I need the princesses in my life. They make me so happy. All right, so that's the advents. Now for the presents that I've been doing for my, for the teachers, I've been making soaps. So for my knit group, I also made some soap. So this is a really small one. This was basically all the leftovers from their soaps I put into one bar. So this is a gingerbread house. It usually goes like that big, but this is just the leftovers. This was for me. And I have upped my soap game. Let me tell you, people. This is my old one. And this is the one I just got. I could probably make 6 soaps with this. This you can make 1 to 2 with. So I'm really excited about using that. That just came in the mail. So I'm excited to make something for the teachers with that. And then I made my knit group lip glosses. So this one was vanilla and honey. And basically what I did, I took a Lancome lipstick and threw it in there for the tint of color. And then this one is strawberry. The strawberry one came out so good. Oh my God. I could eat this. It tastes so good. It's strawberry extract with honey. And I love everything I love about the strawberry one. I should have just made all strawberry. I started trying the vanilla. I made 2 different batches. But this is a game changer too I got this time. This is the only second time I made lip glosses. But you put it in here like that and it holds it. Last time I was having them separate and it went everywhere. It was driving me crazy. I hated it. So this game changer, I'm very excited about this. I need a bigger house for all these things. I would love to do resin and candle making. Hopefully one day. I don't know if it's going to happen. You hear my son. Okay. So, speaking of candle making, presents from Knit Group. All right. So the first one is from Christina Vollenvine. She made this beautiful candle. It smells so good. Oh my God. I love it. She used balm. It's like what you use in the trees. Like balm? I'm not saying it right. You know what I'm talking about. It's the Christmas tree smell. And cranberries and citrus and cloves. Oh my God. I would never think to put citrus with that smell. It's amazing. I think she's going to start selling these. If she does, you need to get it. The name of it is called Not a Creature with Stirring. It smells so good. I'm like crazy about it. I can't wait to light it. I haven't lit it yet because my kids get me nervous with candles. And I'm so scared. So I got to remember at nighttime when I'm not too tired to light this. 'Cause it just smells amazing. Then my friend Katie said she gave me this cup and the little cozy. And then She's of Katie Did Bags. Made this beautiful bag. She's into patchwork quilting. And look how cute. Look at socks. I designed socks and Paris because I love Paris. Little fabric. And then I think on this side has needlepoint because I do needlepoint. So it's a really cute bag. Oh, see, it says Paris over there. Love anything that has Paris on it. So she made that and she gave it in this really cute bag. And then my friend Ashley gave us this unicorn. And she's Magnolias and Pearls on Instagram. And then she also gave me this because we were talking about sock yarn. I said, did anyone ever try opal? And she said she had an extra skein, so she gave it to me. And it has mauve in it. So I can't wait to try this out. I've heard a lot of people talk about this yarn, and I've never used it before. And then she made, this is crazy, mince meat pies. There's no meat in it. All right, don't laugh. Seriously. I have been watching Rodgers and Hammerstein State Fair my whole life. If you haven't watched it, you need to watch anything of Rodgers and Hammerstein. There's the core 6, people. You got Carousel, South Pacific, State Fair, Sound of Music, Oklahoma, and The King and I. Then you got also Flower Drum Song and Cinderella. Those 2 are a little bit harder to find. Again, it says Rodgers and Hammerstein in the beginning. They will not disappoint you. They are amazing, amazing musicals. I can't stop singing them. But in State Fair, the mother is, they're all going to State Fair basically. And one of the contests at the State Fair is mincemeat. So I've always seen her making this mincemeat. She makes a big tub, like that big of it. And she's going like that. And when you look at, again, Technicolor, not the best color, it looks like ground beef in there. And it says mincemeat, so I thought it had meat in it. It's not. It's like fattening. So she made this with vegetables. So look how cute they are. It's got like currants and everything in it. Isn't that cute? I love it. And it tastes so good. I was disappointed though it didn't have meat. I have been completely, disillusioned by not having meat in this thing. Tastes amazing though. And it's funny because in the movie, the father, she's like, I'm not putting any rum in it. I'm not. So the husband goes and puts rum in it. And then she goes looking around. No one's around. She puts rum in it also. And then they go to the state fair. And, of course, she wins the prize. She got the judges drunk. So, and it's funny because there's one judge that's a woman. She's all temperance. And it's just like, the guys are like, this is good. You see this little bald guy go, And he goes following her around the fair because he's drunk off his ass because there's so much rum in this mincemeat. So I got so excited when she said she was making this. Everyone probably thinks I'm nuts out of my mind, which, let's face it, I am. But that was, I got so excited about that. And then our friend Guru made, oh, she also gave teas from Trader Joe's. I haven't had any of them. Chamomile and winter? Yeah, winter. Sorry. I went to the eye doctor. I have 20/20 vision. And they said, because my eyes get blurry after a while when I'm reading, because I've been reading so much, they told me to wear glasses. Now I think I need glasses. Because I'm only supposed to use them when I'm reading, and now I'm like, I can't read without it. Dream. Esfantaza. All right, and then our friend Guru made this adorable thing. It's basically like mint dough with coconuts and cocoa on it. It's so good. Oh my God. I love it. In fact, I didn't know it was dough. I was like, I thought she figured out how to make mint. Because it had the texture. I was like, wow, how did she figure it out? And she's like, no, it's dough. I'm like, okay. But it's really good. Oh, and then Kristen also gave us she gave me a Kinder and she gave Guru a Kinder, and she ended up giving it to me because my boys fight over them. So she's like, here, give it to them. Because I was really like, I'm going to have to hide it because they're either going to want it. And she's like, here, so you have 2 of them. So they had a Kinder too. So I got all those goodies. It was so much fun. Can I tell you how nice it is to have people that are your age that do the same thing that you like to do? It's like amazing. I mean, I always had Katie, but because of COVID, we haven't been seeing each other for the last 2 years. And it's just, it was so hard to get together and everything. And now she has her kids in school. I still have Justin with me all the time. But just getting together, it's just so nice. Like, people around here don't knit. They look at you like you're an oddball. They're just like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Like, it's so annoying too. Some of them are very rude. Like, well, what do you do with all the socks? What do you mean what I do? I wear them, you jackass. Like, I don't have patience for it. So just that I'm able to get together with these girls, and that not only do we share this in common, but we're actually becoming like such good friends. It's just makes me so happy. Like, I look forward to our meetups. Hopefully in spring we'll get together a lot more than we have been. But it's been so wonderful. I think in September we started. And it's just been so happy. Like, I finally got friends. It just makes me so happy. So, okay, sorry. Okay, need to stop. All right. So, yeah, so knit group, lots of joy in my life now. Something to look forward to. All right, and the only other thing I want to do is now Cozy Mysteries. So I have finished Patterns in the Sand by Sally Goldenbaum. I like the series a lot. It's a knitting, it's what's called Seaside Knitter's Mystery. I like the series a lot. It's a little slow moving, so it took me longer to read. But there's a lot of cozy feels in these books. And it's basically a group of knitters that something happened. It's basically like Murder, She Wrote, but with 4 knitters instead of 1 person doing it. And this was, I don't remember what the story was. I don't remember, but I liked it. It was so long ago. It was really, really cute. Oh, I remember. A woman came to town and then one of the artists was killed. And then we find out that the father, and then she's suspected of murder. So then they decide to get her out of trouble. But it's a little slow moving. I have to say that. But I do enjoy the series. So definitely check it out if you want a nice leisurely paced read. I love these. I was hoping to get a second one done in November so I could read the Christmas one this month. Fortunately, I did not finish. I've been knitting a lot, so I haven't been reading too much. So I think in January I might start doing some Christmas reads too, just to get through it. Now the rest of them are on my Nook. So I'm going to show you pictures of them. So the Cozy Mystery Club that I'm part of, their read for this month was, can you see it? Fresh Brew Murder. She's in Seattle. She started selling coffee in a food truck, and someone's murdered outside her food truck. This was a really good book. I did not expect to like it because, again, I'm not a coffee person. You learn a lot about coffee in here. She has like so many tips on how to brew coffee, French drip, fresh pressed, like all this crazy stuff. I didn't know there's more than one way to make coffee. No, I knew there's 2 ways to make coffee. There's more than that. Never knew that. I don't drink coffee, so I don't know. But I learned a lot reading this book. It was a really good one. It was by Emmeline, Duncan. I kind of wanted to read the second one right away, but December happened, so I wanted to read all Christmas books in December. So that is definitely coming up, the next 3 in this series. The next one is Out to Pasture. Put Out to Pasture by Amanda Flower. It's like really blowing out. Sorry. You see her name? There you go. That's her name. This is a fun series. She goes back to her farm after being a producer in Hollywood, and she goes to try to save her father's farm. He could care less about farming. He's very into like the southern, well, I think this is Maine, but you know, like in the South, they do the recreations of the Civil War. He's very into that. So he has like a collection he locks, he hides in that room and everything. So she's trying to save the farm and he could care less. So she's having a big party going on, and someone's murdered at the party, and she's selling her products and everything. And it's like, oh my God. But it was really well written. I read the first one for the Cozy Mystery Club last year. And I have the third one. I'm probably going to read that in January because I got it on NetGallery. NetGallery is a place where you can get advanced author copies of books, and then you have to write reviews, and then that's how you get more books. I unfortunately did too many, so they want you at like an 80% review rate. I'm at like 33, so I really gotta get my ass in gear and read these books so I can start reviewing them. But my problem is I like to read the whole series, so if it's like the 4th or 5th book in the series, I gotta read all 4 books to get to that 5th book. I'm a little crazy like that. So I got the third one in this. I'm very excited about. Then I read this one I wasn't crazy about. It's by Leslie Mueller, Mistletoe Murder. You probably saw this. The cover now has a reindeer. This is the original one that they have on Goodreads. They have reindeer now. You've seen her books all over the place. I didn't get the cozy feel from them. The only thing I do say that I liked from this book series, what's the name of the book series? Leslie Major series, I think it's called. No, I don't even know what the name of the series is. But the only thing I did like about it was that I don't know if you guys ever heard of Swiss Colony. It's like this novelty cheese and sausage company that around Christmas you get. I mean, you can order from them all year round, but I always do it around Christmas since I was a little girl. And the woman worked in a thing like a Land's End, but it had the feel of the Swiss Colony, like what it would be like you're working in Swiss Colony. So I liked that, but she was like, oh yeah, I'm so connected to these people and everything. I didn't feel the connection through the writing. It was very matter of fact. There's no warmth in it like you usually get with a cozy mystery. And it was weird, not weird, but I mean, she had like kids. Usually they have 1 kid. They had 3 kids. So she was like, I'm the mom, blah, blah. And it wasn't really, I just didn't have the cozy feel to it. So I wasn't really into that. Someone was murdered. She found someone murdered outside her work. And she went to try to figure out who the murderer is. That's basically the plot of that one. I was not a fan. The next one, which was the cozy, I don't know why I have the hardest time. It's my group. The Crafty Cozy Mystery Chat. It's like a tongue twister. We did the 12 Slaves of Christmas. Manda picked this one out. Oh my God. I loved it. I loved it. You could still join. Again, follow us at the Crafty Cozy Mystery Chat on Instagram. It's in the down bar. We're reading this one. It's called 12 Slaves of Christmas by Jacqueline Frost. That's the book. So good. Oh my God. I did not expect to like it as much as I did. It was just so much fun. She's in a Christmas tree farm. Her engagement broke up, like a usual cozy. And she moves back home to be with her parents just to lick her wounds. And she ends up in a murder investigation. And it's just such a well-written book. The characters are delightful. Got a lot of the cozy vibes going on. The sheriff is a hottie, and I think they're going to end up together. Fingers crossed. But it was just cute. And it was set in a Christmas tree farm, but it was like a Santa village at the same time. So it was a lot of fun, that book. I was upset when I finished it. If I didn't have so many Net Gallery Christmas reads, I would have read the second one. This is definitely happening in January. I'm going to read more of this. And then my last book that I read, well, I'm still reading it, A Christmas Candy Killing by Christina Romeril. This is a first in a series. Again, I got this on Net Gallery. I think it's out now, actually. It is really good. It's a really cute concept. They own a book and a gourmet candy store. And what I think is really interesting, they're German. And I'm part German, part Italian. But my German side, we don't really have a connection to because my father wasn't around too much to teach me about the German side. So there's like these cookies in there they were talking about. I never heard of them. I'm going to learn how to make these. I wrote down the names of them. I tagged it on the internet. And I'm going to learn how to make them because it's just interesting finding out all this about my culture that I don't know. And I really enjoyed it. And then they have the mystery bookstore on the other side. And it's cute because the names of the candies are all poisons from the murder mystery. So it's a cute little connection going on there. I really enjoyed this series. I can't wait for a second one. But that is it I have right now for books. I was hoping to... Well, I'm almost done with the third. So I've read 3 books this month. I mean, that's good. But I've got a lot more to read. So I have so many. I have like a list of Christmas books, like crazy. And I really want to read them. And there was another set of series that I had to read like 1 or 2 to get to that Christmas book. So again, January, I'm still going to be reading Christmas books. I want to get to them so I can read more in those series. So I don't have to wait till next December. I've actually started on my Goodreads a little list of books on there so I can figure out like what to read next Christmas instead of being like, oh my God, what do I read? I was going crazy trying to find them. Luckily, again, I had a bunch in Net Gallery I asked for. So I just, I don't have to go crazy next year. And then maybe I can do some pre-work on like this year that if I have to read like 2 or 3 books to get to that one, I could do it. So that's the plan. That is the plan. We will see if I make it. And next episode, I'm going to tell you a lot about my plans for next year. Because I got to get through some of these whips. It's not a pretty sight in here. And with Christmas, with the tree and everything, I'm feeling so claustrophobic. I can't take it. I need to work through some of the stuff. I'm going to have a lot more monogamous knitting, I think. Less jumping around. I've been out of control with the jumping around. I gotta get rid of some of these bags. It's like out of control. I think I've got like 50 bags that either just yarn in it or having in it projects that I just stopped knitting. It's gotta go. And a lot of them are blankets. So what am I knitting now? I'm knitting another blanket because I'm supposed to. And that's what happens. I just keep knitting blankets and I never finish them. So it was a miracle. I finished the Habitation Throw. Let me tell you. It was a real miracle that I finished that. I think I've got like 8 or 9 blankets on the needles now. I'm crazy. Yeah. So I will see you in about 2 weeks, possibly a month, of May. But my son was really good today. So I might be able to see you in 2 months. I might be able to do this when he's in the house if he's this good all the time. I mean, he came over here a couple of times looking at me, but he's not like Nicky. He came like, look at me. He was like, and he walked it back. So I think I might be able to do this. I don't know. Keep your fingers crossed. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And everyone have a happy holiday season. And I will see you soon. Bye.